Hera married women and family being the wife and sister of Zeus. She's the queen of gods. She was one of the most jealous and vengeful gods, punishing women who laid with her husband, and the children that came from it, as well. When she discovered that Leto, one of Zeus's girls, was pregnant with Apollo and Artemis. She tried to stop the birth of both of them. She convinced the nature spirits to prevent them from being born, but Poseidon, brother of both Hera and Zeus, gave pity to Lay and guided her to the floating island of Disas, where she could give birth. She showed her anger towards Hercules too, another illegitimate child of Zeus. She sent serpents to kill him, but the newborn crushed them with his bare hands. She later drove him to madness, making him kill his wife and children, the event that then sent him on his 12 labors. Poseidon.
Poseidon is the god of the sea and presides over storms, earthquakes, and horse. She was a horrifying and avenging god. And he was honored even when he wasn't the patron deity of the city, when Zeus's son Mos asked for Poseidon's helping. In order to certify his clone of Crithi offered Momo a splendid white bull, with the understanding that he was to sacrifice the bull to Poseidon later. They were so impressed with the bull and the divine sign itself that Emos was declared king of Crib, wishing to keep the beautiful animal for himself. Emos instead sacrificed an ordinary bull to Poseidon instead of the agreed-upon one. Poseidon rage caused Mos' wife to fall in love with the bull. Their coupling produced the Minotaur, a half-bull, half-human creature who fed on human flesh. Athena.
Athena is the goddess of wisdom, warfare, and handicraft. She was born from Zeus's forehead without a mother. Zeus's wife was so angry at him for having given birth to a child on his own that she conceived and bore Hephaestus by herself. Athena went into a competition for the patronage of the city against Poseidon. They each had to give the Athenians one gift, and Aesop, the king of Athens, would determine which gift was better. Poseidon struck the ground with his trident, and a saltwater spring sprang up. This gave the Athenians access to trade and water. Athena offered the first domesticated olive tree, which brought wood oil and food. Athena won and became Athens's patron deity. Afterwards, Poseidon was so angry over his defeat that he sent one of his sons, Haler-Hus, to cut down the tree. But as he swung his axe, he missed his aim, and it fell on himself, killing him. Athena also transformed Medusa into a hideous monster, with serpents for hair, whose gaze would turn any mortal to stone, after she discovered that Poseidon raped Medusa in Athena's temple, desecrating it. Hephaestus. Phesis is the god of artisans, blacksmiths, carpenters, fire sculpture, and volcanoes. He was cast off Mount Olympus by his mother Hera because of his lameness, and he landed on the ocean. He made all the weapons of the gods in Olympus, and of many heroes, like Achilles and Hercules. Hephaestus also created Pandora and her famous box, which she opened, causing curses to be released upon mankind. He was one of the Olympians to have returned to Olympus. After being exiled, he gained revenge against Hera for rejecting him by making her a magical golden throne, which went, she sat on it, did not allow her to stand up again. The other gods begged Hephaestus to return to Olympus to let her go, but he refused, saying, "I have no mother." He demanded to be married to Aphrodite, the goddess of love and passion, in order to release Hera. And his mother fulfilled the request. Aphrodite is the goddess of love, lust, beauty, pleasure, and passion. She was born from Uranus' genitals when they fell into the ocean after Cronus cut them. Aphrodite generously rewarded those who honored her, but also punished those who disrespected her, often quite brutally. Though married to Hephaestus, Aphrodite had an affair with Ares, the god of war. Eventually, Hephaestus discovered Aphrodite's affair and planned a trap. While Aphrodite and Ares lay together in bed, Hephaestus snared them in an unbreakable chain-link net and dragged them to Mount Olympus to shame them in front of the other gods. The other gods laughed at them, and it was only due to the intervention of Poseidon that they were released. Ares is the god of war and courage. He embodies the physical valor necessary for success in war, but can also personify sheer brutality and bloodlust in contrast to his sister, the armored Athena, whose martial functions include military strategy and generalship. Ares plays a relatively limited role in Greek mythology, but his numerous love affairs and abundant offspring are often alluded to Apollo,